Hello and welcome, I'm Alex, and today I'm in a lay-by in the Carry, and I've bought something else. That to be precise. So with all the serviceable stuff being done on the Carry, and it's running pretty much as it should be doing, I've got to turn my attention to the inside, and this was one of the things that I wanted to do. First of all, I needed a cupboard, then I decided I wanted to be improving my seating, so this is what I've got. It's somebody's handmade folding bed, and I think with a few tweaks this might work. This is how it's coming along so far. I've cut the legs off the actual bed itself, just to drop it by about, I don't know, about 6 inches, and I've also had to reduce the length of it as well. It was just too long when it was fully laid out. Not that it's going to be in that position much. So I've cut probably about 8 inches off. There's holes everywhere from where I've had to take the bed out, so it's all going to have to be fully finished up. It's seating in place with the mattress. This was the original mattress, not the mattress that came with it, so I'm in two minds as to what to do with that. But I will take you around the other side and show you how it looks from there. And this is what it looks like in its prone position. This area here, the reason it works out so well is because I've got plans for this area. I want to put a cupboard, I want to put some kind of storage in here, more storage, and a few other bits and pieces as well. That will be covered on a future video. Hopefully the cupboard will be done on this video. I'd also like maybe a couple of doors or something that folds out, maybe extra cooking space, because when it comes down to it, this is also going to be folded this way, so the seat's there and the back's up there, which will then mean potentially I could sit facing that way. Now I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this because my back is constantly killing me. I've got sciatica, I'm on loads and loads of pills for it. So taking this, moving it around isn't the easiest of things for me. So the reason I'm waving this thing around is, I'll come to that. My idea is, because it's obviously all connected with bolts, is to make some clevis pins. Now a clevis pin is pretty much a bolt but without the thread on it, and it'll have a hole drilled in it, so you can put an R-clip through it, so that when it's all in place, all you need to do is, if you just want to remove it, is just pull the clip out, pull the pin out, and it's apart, and then it can be folded up hopefully neatly against the side, or just make it a little bit easier for me to maneuver around anyway. But before that, I've got a lot of filling in, I've got a lot of revarnishing to do, and I've got to make this look half decent. So you'll see what that looks like in a minute. Whilst all the wood filler etc is drying off on the bed settee, or the settee bed, whichever way you want to look at it, I'm decided to start on the frame of the storage unit. In order to do that, because the width of the van varies throughout, it's much narrower up there than it is down here. I found the central point of the van and marked it up. So then all I'll have to do is put the base of the seat in, work out how much spare room I've got, and then measure it in from there. So each of these will be a fixed point in, so I know then what will be a straight line, as in the distance between there and there is the same from there and there. This is the very basics of the framework so far. I've measured same distance either side for this edging to the center of the van mark, and also compared it with the seat stroke bed in either bed position or seat position, depending on which. I've then basically gone up to the height of 20 inches, which is roughly the height of the rear window, for two reasons. I just didn't want it to be too high, and secondly, it might obscure visibility a little bit if it was any higher. So this is where we are with the cupboard. or storage, whatever you want to call it. Yet to source the top for it, so I might put something on temporarily. I'm at the moment using some old tongue and groove wood panels. I'm going to make a bit of a splashback stroke whatever to fit up here. That's being varnished at the moment. Doors are going to be on magnets, so I'm just going to fit magnets, probably one in either corner, and just clip on and off. It just means that there'll be a little bit more room rather than with hinges. I'm also toying with the idea of a table extension, which will slot in here somewhere, but I'm going to leave that for the time being. So hopefully the next time you see this, it'll be a quick run through and we'll all be ready to go somewhere. I've got a cheap oak coffee table which I'm going to use for the top, so I've made this cardboard template. I'm going to transfer it over to this, then we'll get it cut out and get it fixed on. I've hit a little bit of a stumbling block with my solid oak top. As you can see, it's not solid oak. Parts of it are, I presume, are chipped something or other. Either way, it left me with a little bit of an issue with the open sides. So all I'm going to do there is I've got some extra edging to go around, so I'm going to get that glued and pinned in, and then I'm just going to have to sand it down to fit. So that should look good going all the way around, hopefully. So here's the pretty much finished article. I've got a few fine tweaks to do with it, but I'll show those in a later video. The settee, stroke bed, stroke seat, whatever you want to call it, for the vast majority of its time is going to remain strapped up at the side of the van, which I've done with hooks in and straps, of course. The cupboard unit as well is pretty much finished as I want it to be. I have also done an overnight trip to Wales as well, which went surprisingly well. But what I'll do now is I will show you the many stages of the van. As you can see, nice comfy seat. I've just doubled up the mattress at the base. And this is my additional table that I made. That just slides straight in like that to give me an extension so I can work off here. Not sure if I'm going to do anything with the surface. I'm not going to cut a hole in to put a sink in because it's just too small, and I'm not really sure that's what I want to do. So there's, yep, plenty of room to eat off, to do whatever you want to. I have got a temporary lighting system, one there and one behind me here. Those are just battery operated, and to be honest, with my trip to Wales I found them really useful because it didn't kick off too much light, didn't highlight the fact that I was basically sleeping in a van in a lay-by. So I'll show you the next position. And this is going to be the day van setup, which is probably what it'll be in use most of the time. The only downside to this is you can't actually access the cupboard there, so obviously a little bit of thought's going to be put into that on my behalf as to what it is I need to access when we're out. So I'll just put that in the backside, which I'll show you in a second. And this is the rear side, where that will just come out straight away. I've left this cupboard here for getting my stove in and out, which just comes straight through there. Obviously it's full of rubbish at the moment, so that again will need to be sorted out. So the stove can be brought in, and if I'm using it in this position I can just cook it from here, or I can get a little fold down table to do that with. And now, most importantly, the bed position. And here we are, fully set up bed. It is a reasonable size. I'm 5'8", and there's probably about 2, 3, 4 inches further up once the doors are all closed down. You could probably get 2 people in here. Probably have to be similar builds to myself, but yeah, anything's possible, as long as you didn't want to go to the toilet at night, because that is a little bit of a pain. It's very close to the cupboard, and this is why I didn't opt for hinge doors. I went for the magnetic doors, so you can simply just pull them out, access whatever you need. You could put the table extension on as well, make yourself a brew at night, and that just slots straight back in, and hey presto, away you go. Hope you enjoyed this video, hope you found it useful. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel as well if you would. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you on the next one.